Now for something completely different.
Smoke
medical
weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and Fastest. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe
and Pharoh. What's up, pimp?
Yo, what's going on?
I'm in a great mood right now. I've never been in a better mood, man. This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. Call the show. We are live on Hoppe TV. 856. Do you know the rest of the number?
I don't.
49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, at YNGPHAROH. We are about 10 days out from the Pharoh and Friends and Ryan Hoppe's Dirty 30 pool party.
Yeah, so we outside for this one. I can't wait for it. It's so much energy, so much stuff being built up. I just can't wait.
Oh, dude, it's going to be phenomenal. I feel like the next day, though, I don't want to say that it's going to be sad, but I feel like the build-up to the Pharoh and Friends party is going to be legendary. And the build-up's already killing it. But then, like, September 5th or 6th, we're going to be like, no, it's in the past.
Yeah, that's when I'm going to come up with the second one. We're going to get it cooking.
Ah, man, we have so much to get into. Did you hear the breaking news about Rihanna? Because, first of all, I don't know if you know that I'm a huge fan of Rihanna, and she's one of the main reasons why I'm heterosexual. I saw her in like 4th grade, 5th grade, in that If Lovin's What You Want music video, and I went, I'm into women, baby.
Man, listen, Rihanna definitely had a run where, you know, she was everybody's crush. And she was definitely snapping so hard that like nobody could compare to her.
Well, she gave birth secretly to a baby boy with A$AP Rocky. And the key word here is secretly. And this is why it's the key word. She's not making it about her. She's not making posts like, oh my God, look at me having a kid, bro. She just secretly had it. That's awesome of her. That means she's going to be a good mom. Because Pharoh, there's this new trend I have seen recently. Got to be careful. Women that have kids think it's just going to be easy and there's no problems at all. And I think they're having it just to take the Instagram picture to say that they gave birth. And I don't think they're actually ready to be a mother.
Well, I think with everything going on right now in life, it's just, it's so hard. Like before, people could actually settle and have things, you know, in order to actually have a kid. Nowadays, it's like a puzzle. Yeah, like for the first 6 months of the year, you could be really good. And the last 6 months, it's all going downhill.
Dude, I've just been hearing a lot of complaining amongst millennials that have kids. Like, you ever hear like our parents back in the day and they talked about how much they loved it? Or I don't know if your parents were like that. My mom and dad were. Dude, every millennial that has a kid that I hear talk, they all hate it deep down. They love their kid. But I've never heard a millennial recently go, oh my God, it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
It's just because they're not prepared. We're not prepared. Like the thing is, right now it's so hard to take care of yourself. Imagine taking care of a kid.
Yeah.
It's rough. But listen, Rihanna, congrats to you.
Yes, sir.
Rihanna is a mommy of 2.
I love this annoying voice. She's the cutest at TMZ. Rihanna
is a mommy of 2. We're told that she gave birth on August 3rd to a boy. Unclear what the name is. However,
how badass is that she had the kid 20 days ago and it was kept private? Every other celebrity has a kid and you hear about it the next day. Like Chrissy Teigen pops one out every hour. But literally, Rihanna has a kid and we don't hear about it. That's why she's the GOAT. She's actually being a mother and taking care of her pack and not just being an Instagram idiot.
Yeah, Rihanna's definitely, you know, a benchmarker. And
yeah, she is.
You know, shout out to her.
She leaves some marks on the bench when she sits down.
Yeah, because she's thick.
However, they're keeping the R thing going because we're told that the baby's name starts with an R. So
Ryan Hoppe?
So, as you know, her name is Rihanna R. A$AP Rocky, his real name is Rakim.
Did you know that? I love hearing the real names of rappers.
Yeah, hey, we should do a whole episode on that.
We should. I'm going to look that up in a second. Rakim. By the way, think about, do you know what Machine Gun Kelly's real name is?
What is it?
Guess. Guess what his first name is?
He looks like an Andrew.
He wishes. Colton Baker.
Colton. Oh, it definitely fits him too. Definitely a Colton vibe.
Because there's Colton Baker, who I hung out with for an hour in Cleveland, and then there's Machine Gun Kelly with pink hair. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery, Colton Baker is the real person. Machine Gun Kelly, he is whipped by Megan Fox. If you don't think that Machine Gun Kelly is whipped by Megan Fox, you are out of your mind. Do you get that vibe? I even get the vibe that I think A$AP Rocky is whipped in that situation. You think so?
Nah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. They got some very strong women in their corners.
Yeah, they do.
You know, like, you can't compete with a woman like Rihanna. And Megan Fox is definitely, you know, when Transformers came out, everybody had a crush on her.
Another one of the reasons why I'm heterosexual.
They're moguls.
Oh my God, that car wash scene?
Come on, man. She's a, you know, did you ever watch the Dukes of Hazzard back with Jessica Alba? Listen.
Bro, mid-2000s women, oh my God.
Bro.
Paris Hilton every day looking drunk as hell on TMZ. Oh yeah, it's my vibe. That sounds weird. But you know what I'm saying? Like those, I don't want to, what's the proper word?
Pause.
Okay, one second. Let me think of a proper word to describe the women in the 2000s. Promiscuous. That's a nice word because they're doing it with their body.
No, they were sensual, meaning they weren't only fans type of vibes. There were organically beautiful women that sold the vibe without getting naked.
You know what I think is the most beautiful time you ever see a woman? Now when she's dressed up at the club wearing a tight dress. No, not at the gym when she's got 10 pounds of makeup on. No. When you see a woman without any makeup on, that's when you know the true side. Some look beautiful. Some don't. The ones that don't are the ones that are dead inside. Those are the ones you got to look out for because their body's not able to create any beautiful energy because deep down they need the makeup to be pretty. But the ones that look beautiful without it, bro, that's the real baddie.
Yeah, I mean, the whole makeup situation, I mean, a lot of women, shout out to the women that look beautiful, obviously, with and without it. But, I mean, without it, I mean, you truly see who they are, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's it. It's
scary, too. Like, they'll be putting their makeup on in the mirror, and it's like in the middle of an argument or something, and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know that moment when you're dating somebody and you're about to go through a breakup, and you're like, I don't think I know you.
Who are you?
Why am I here? I don't think A$AP Rocky's thinking that, though. I don't think he's going, I don't know what that's like. What do you think that's like? Do you think he's like a good dad, a present dad, a caring dad? What do you think?
Nothing has gotten out where he hasn't. You know, he's very in
He's not Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Even though Travis Scott copied everything about him besides his talent.
I mean, Travis Scott did everything, even smash his wife, you know what I'm saying, which is Rihanna at the moment. So, Travis,
at the moment.
Travis got Rihanna, then went ahead and took over Kylie?
Yeah.
And then went ahead and impregnated one of the most richest white women in the United States.
Kylie?
Yeah. She's rich as F.
I guess I never thought about her being a white girl. I just view her as a Kardashian. Like, I know she's Caucasian and she's white.
She's
but I don't
Armenian. Oh, actually, you know what? No, she's actually, no, look at Bruce.
What is she?
Bruce is white and the mom is
Armenian, right?
She's Armenian, so she's half white, half Armenian. So she's pretty much.
I know what you're saying by them being white girls, but they're not. To me, when I think of a white girl, I think of like Hillary Duff or something. That's a white girl.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful white girl. These girls are like, they needed surgery to look good, white girls.
Yes, sir.
And then their baby, their first baby is RZA, R, so it's another R.
Oh, so they're doing a Kardashian thing?
But why do we know that it's a boy, starts with an R, but then you just don't give away the name too? Like, what? Who cares? Just tell us.
I agree with that. Who cares?
What's the name? Yes. But we already get to get hints now, so we get to guess.
I mean,
just like, come on.
Yeah, it's like, this is not the game I want to play.
No.
Whatever. 856-49-HOPPY. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know if I want kids, bro. I look at everybody who's so unhappy. Guess what time I slept until today?
Well, looking by your eyeballs, probably around like 1 p.m.
Come on, now 11:55.
Okay, that's not that bad.
What do my eyeballs say?
It says you were probably having a good time at the Kava bar and smoked one up.
The dosage of micros. Yes, sir. 856-49-HOPPY. Sports Authority or Dick's Sporting Goods?
RIP to Sports Authority, and I'll have to go with Dick's for sure.
Did you hear about what's going on with Dick's Sporting Goods?
Are they going broke?
They're going broke for a reason that's quite hilarious.
Fallout from retail thefts across the country. Dick's Sporting Goods is reporting a plunge in profits, blaming it on what they call organized retail crime. Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis has the details. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning to you,
What up,
George.
Becca?
More than a dozen major chain stores, including Target, Ulta, and now Dick's Sporting Goods, have called out organized theft as seriously impacting their business. But it's still hard to quantify just how serious it is, with retailers having to self-report the problem.
Dude, I feel like, I don't know if it's because of cities like San Francisco and Chicago that don't really prosecute theft, but I feel like you can pretty much get away with theft.
Yeah, I mean, imagine how many people rob a Ross. Have you been to a Ross? That thing is packed 24/7 and is probably at capacity.
Or
all
Walmart.
day. Walmart for sure. I mean,
5 years ago, it's a little harder now.
I've definitely hit Walmart a couple of times, but not like on some real stuff. Probably like a couple of donuts, drinks.
You're getting a little too comfortable on this podcast and inventing things.
Hey, donuts, you know, I didn't say it was like
Donuts different.
No, yeah. It was like donuts and drinks, nothing real.
It wasn't like a flat screen 58-inch TV.
No, it was not a PlayStation 5.
856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhoppyradio at gmail.com. Also, Pharoh, as I load up this clip, tell me about all the things going on in your world.
Jesus, man. Listen, today was a very long day. You know, came into work, had some fun, gave away some tickets to Beer Fest Busch Gardens. And, you know, I got a lot of meetings going on today. I'm so glad I had enough time to come over here to Ryan Hoppy Radio.
I appreciate you making time, dude. It really means a lot.
Yeah, man. This is definitely like part of like what I look up for during the week. I got another meeting later on. It's not going to be so pleasant. It's going to be beef between me and my coworkers at one of my locations. And,
what's the beef about, if you can talk about it at all?
The beef is, you know, I'm gonna go deep into it.
Oh no!
Listen, it's just me and the bottle girls. We not seeing eye to eye. We're not seeing eye to eye.
What's going on with the bottle girls?
It's just, you know, they're kind of messing up the business. You know, I feel like the customer is always the number one thing that we need to focus on a business.
That is the dying factor. Are these girls Gen Z?
These girls are grown as women, and they're. I mean, some of them are Gen Z, but it's mostly the blame is mostly on the manager. I won't say no names, but yeah, I just feel like, you know, like you can't sink the boat over a couple dollars. You know, it's just not worth it. It's not real. There's no longevity in that. So we're just gonna touch a couple bases on that. And of course, I'm gonna go out there and promote the pool party and let everybody know what the movie is, because you know, that's just the biggest project that I've been on lately.
How many haters do you think you have?
I don't know. You know, to be honest, I've been so focused and so hungry on my goals that I don't even. To be honest, I reach out to my haters. And I always try to be on good vibes with the people I fuck with and the people I don't fuck with, just because.
I love haters. It means that they care about you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even think that there are any haters. I think there's just people who, you know, who you know, want to do better than you, and, you know, you're just that benchmark that they kind of value. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that completely. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. So yeah, pretty much Dick's Sporting Goods blames the plunge in profits over organized retail crime, which I think it's a sad day. Wow, my voice just cracked. I think it's a sad day in America when you are allowed to get away with theft. I heard if there's a car, if there's theft, Grand Theft Auto in Chicago, bro, they don't have to go after the car. They can just let the person drive off. I thought that was one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. It's just the crime has gone up so hard, especially, did you use Chicago as an example?
Yeah, that was in Chicago.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, Chicago, there's too much stuff going on. I mean, did you hear about what's going on with the, what cars was it? Was it the Hyundais?
I have no idea, but it was pretty much all cars. The rule is that they're not allowed to go after it.
Yeah, but right now, in TikTok, there's a new way to unlock a Hyundai, and that's the new, you know, teen challenge. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, tell me.
Yeah, so apparently somebody on TikTok put how to pretty much hack a Hyundai, and the funny thing is, I thought this was a lie. My friend, shout out to HG Roadside, actually took me to go pick up one of these Hyundais that got, you know, pretty much ran through. They're following this TikTok trend, and they're taking the cars and crashing them. You know, so robberies at all-time high.
It is crazy. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhoppyradio@gmail.com. Also in the news here, it says right here, this next headline I find utterly fascinating, Pharoh. Do you remember John and Kate Plus 8?
No. But
you don't remember John and Kate Plus 8? It was on TLC about 15 years ago. It was that show where they had 8 kids and they were always like running around the house. Can you believe that somebody that had 8 kids is a deadbeat dad?
Yes.
I find that it's sarcasm. You didn't let me load up the bit. I'm not being serious. I'm telling you, I found that to be the most not fathomable. I found it so easy to believe that he has not talked to some of his kids, John Gosselin, in over 10 years, as relationship with ex-wife continues to be strained. I find deadbeat dads to be the worst thing of all time. You make all men look bad by doing that. And you can go, well, no one made you have the kid or whatever, blah, 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 da, 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 da. You can pull out. I think the art of pulling out, bro, is one of the most underappreciated things ever. Hell yeah! My ADHD, everything's fine with the board, but my ADHD played around with it and went to a different setting. We're fine. We wouldn't get in trouble. But the audio wasn't going through. So the last 5 minutes, I was trying to figure out but we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're back.
We're running.
We're better than ever. All right. Yeah, pretty much deadbeat dads are losers. Here's the thing. The fact that the board got a little funky and everything's going on. Here's what I think we should do. I think that is a sign from the universe. I'm really happy to happen that we need to do a world premiere here on Happy Hour. So Pharoh, tell us about your song.
Listen, so this song, you know, me and Ryan were talking about the show. We were kind of talking about our day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, let me show my boy Ryan this new track that me and my boy, Slicky Slick,
yes,
did that is just so magical. You know, I don't really talk about like my music process, but you know, most of the music that we do is pretty much organic. I go in there, I jump in, and I just kind of go off with the flow. So this is Monster on Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Put a seatbelt on, cause this mission might get yeah. Yeah. That's me. Yeah. I'm a monster. I don't fuck with fuck niggas imposters. Love it when I hit it and that shit sounding like pasta. Call it Slicky, if we lick it, we turn rosters. Monster, money on my mind is locked up. I'm a monster. I don't fuck with fuck niggas imposters. Love it when I hit it and that shit sounding like pasta. Call it Slicky, if we lick it, we turn rosters. Monster, money on my mind is locked up. They call me Slicky, Mr. Popeye with that blicky. Put a seatbelt on, cause this mission might get sticky. Baby, we can fuck, hold the kisses, ain't no hickeys. I be popping shit, I know the ops, they wanna kill me. Trap nigga, I be sliding off in the city. Pop a perk on the bitch, and I swear we gon' get jiggy. Got a bad bitch with me, got me feeling like I'm pity. We gon' spill a nigga block till I'm tired or I'm busy.
Yeah, till I'm tired or I'm busy. Talking so much shit, I know the ops wanna kill me. Too bad I'ma pull up so them niggas, they gon' feel me. So them niggas, they gon' feel me.
I'm a monster, I don't fuck with butt niggas imposters. Love it when I hit it and that shit sounding like pasta. Call it Slicky, if we lick it, we turn rosters. Monster, money on my mind is locked up. I'm a monster, I don't fuck with butt niggas imposters. Love it when I hit it and that shit sounding like pasta. Call it Slicky, if we lick it, we turn rosters. Monster, money on my mind is locked up. Ayo, Slicky, Hope you gripping on the blicky. Niggas acting like I owe them when I did it for the city. Got me dirty for the diamonds I've been digging. I'm at 1701, all my people run the city.
Yeah.
Half of these niggas, they imposters. Bitches acting bougie, but half of the city on their roster. Monster, money on my mind is locked. When I pull up, it's like a motherfucking monster popped up.
Damn, Pharoh. Where'd you find this at? My guy out here killing it with this song.
I don't fuck with butt niggas imposters. Love it when I hit it and that shit sounding like pasta. Call us licky, if we lick it, we turn rosters. Monster, money on my mind is locked up.
I'm a monster, I don't fuck with butt niggas imposters.
Got it.
When I hit it and that shit sounding like pasta. Call us licky, if we lick it, we turn rosters. Monster, money on my mind is locked up.
This next song is the perfect transition because it's the life of Pharoh.
On the subject of narcotics in general, marijuana is addictive.
Marijuana. This following segment has been brought to you by the best CBD Delta 8 honey around. If you go to dzbzhoney.com and at checkout use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, you can save 20%. This is also being brought to you by Mitra-9.com. When I tell you that Mitra 9 is the best Kava and Kratom around, I am a man of my words. This is also being brought to you by the best hemp lemonade around. Astro Bliss Hemp Lemonade. ASTROBLEME.com. At checkout, use keyword Hoppe. I don't know if you noticed this trend. All the keywords to get hooked up and save a bunch is keyword Hoppe.
Happy Hour.
And now for something completely different.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you ready?
Here it is.
I know I am.
The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Pharoh, I had my first business meeting today on the phone about Happy Hour.
Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
I can't.
Some sneak peeks.
Let's just say that I was sitting on my balcony overlooking at my pool, and I'm not trying to brag about items because we had a president brag about items while talking to the Maui victims, and we'll get to that in a second. But I was like, man, everything I've worked for, everything I've ever wanted, we're coming back on the radio soon. And when I was on the radio for the last year, I was just reading sports headlines, so I wasn't really able to be myself. But I'm telling you, dude, I don't even think radio is ready. And I know that sounds really douchey, and that's what every radio show says. But this comeback, bro, is like 15 months in the making. We are going to take over. We're already taking over because we got the opportunity. So the fact that we were able to manifest the opportunity means that we're already taking over.
Now, of course, I think right now it's how high we can take it.
Yeah.
We're in the room. Our badges work.
Yeah.
We have the opportunity every single week to come in here and snap. So that's what we're going to do.
Speaking of someone that snaps a lot, did you hear what happened with Joe Biden? So you know everything going on in Maui, correct?
Of course.
Well, how would you, if you were a president and you were talking to the victims of Maui, what would President, and I'm being serious, this is not a joke, President Juan Pharoh, give us your speech to the people of Maui, and then I'll play you our actual president.
Dear people of Maui, I come now on the behalf of United States, your compadres, to come give you a fat check to fix everybody's houses, to make sure every kid in this island is well taken care of, and we're going to be all right.
Mine would be, what's up, Americans? Ryan Hoppe here. And I'm telling you right now that everything will be okay. Now, you probably think this is a little insensitive because I'm making a joke. But guess what? Our president, the man, the ruler of the free world, well, not the whole world, even want to play what he said because we have listeners in Canada and we got listeners in London, and I'm embarrassed. I was not a Trump fan, but Trump's fake compassion was a little respectable. You know, like the before and after moment of like when you find something out and then like your life will never be the same like before?
Yeah, that's every day of my life.
Well, here is what our president said to the victims of Maui.
Emotions here.
Lightning struck at home on a little lake. It's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home.
So he's talking about his home in Wyoming or whatever. What he's about to say is so relatable.
Into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct.
This dude can't even talk. This is our president.
That's a lizard.
Watch.
The air conditioning duct. To make a long story short,
It's been pretty awful already.
I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette.
No one's laughing. When he's talking to people that suffered, he brings up his, and if I was on the radio, I would beep this out and not swear, but I have to. When he's talking to Maui victims, he brings up his fucking car. You fucking imbecile. I fucking hate you, and I fucking hate your deadbeat loser son, and I hate everything you represent, and that your marriage began by you banging Jill, who is cheating on her husband with you, you fucking scumbag. I also hate Trump, so don't get me wrong. God, he gets a pass here.
And my cat.
I cannot believe what I have seen him do
Yeah,
in and
Megan.
around Maui over the past 2 weeks. It is so telling. It's further confirmation of something we already knew, but man alive, is it confirmation. So our sitting president has been on vacation.
All right, I can't take her voice. I find her fine as hell, don't get me wrong. I like me a Megyn Kelly, but listening to her talk, I'm good. So this happens a lot in St. Pete, and I don't know if it happens in Tampa. Do people in Tampa bring their dogs everywhere?
Yeah, mostly downtown people.
Are you a fan of that? I think it's gross. I don't not like dogs, but I can go without it.
Well, I'm a dog lover. I have 2 dogs, and I love taking my dogs everywhere. They're just brats, so I don't. If I could bring them to work, I really would.
Here's the problem. I'm proud of you for being self-aware that your dogs are brats. There's a lot of people that think their dogs are so cool, and they bring their dogs everywhere, and then they wonder why everyone's annoyed. There's nothing worse. I've noticed this in Florida. It's the lack of, like, what's the word? It's the lack of, like, what's the word? They're not self-aware. That's what I'm looking for. The lack of self-awareness that your dog doesn't know how to act in person. I have seen so many dogs get mad at other dogs in public or start barking at me. I'm like, your effing dog, I don't want to swear again. Your effing dog is barking at me in a place of business.
Yeah, like, I'm about to kick your dog out.
Yeah.
Like, dogs, I'm sorry, don't have the same rights as humans.
Don't tell a dog lover that, or they'll freak out.
I am a dog lover, but don't bring the dog into the restaurant. Like, there are just some things you shouldn't do.
I'm about to tell you right now, good on Publix.
Season. Well, if you shopped at your nearby Publix store lately, you may have noticed some new signs reminding customers to keep their pets at home.
That's right. ABC Action News Polk County reporter Rebecca Petit looks into what's behind the company's crackdown on animals inside their stores.
They just said Polk County. Does that just mean it's Polk County? Because I could imagine people in Polk County just bringing their dogs everywhere. Gross ass county that is.
Wow. Oh, okay. You're a little aggressive today. I mean, it could be the Polk County. I mean, Publix has a structure where it might be by counties. It might be, so it might be.
I'm just kidding. Polk County's great. Nah.
Shopping may be a pleasure here at Publix, but pets are prohibited, and signs have been popping up across stores, reinforcing the policy.
The new signs outside of Publix say no pets allowed.
If I know I'm going to a food service store, I try not to bring them.
Mike agrees with the signage. He tells...
That's the most local news thing ever. Mike agrees with it. Like, we needed Mike's approval. Like, without Mike, we never would have survived. Thank God they interviewed Mike.
Whoever Mike is.
Yeah. Wonder if he takes people's cell phones.
His dog named Bear is well behaved, but not all pets are.
I'm sick of hearing that. I'm sick and tired of hearing people that have well-behaved dogs telling me they're well-behaved. You're just saying it's well-behaved. You're not going to go on TV and go, yeah, my dog's a piece of garbage and acts up. Of course you're going to go on TV and say your dog's well-behaved. Because you want to... It's like saying I have a good kid. Unless you talk to a millennial that hates their kid and then they'll say their kid sucks. But it's like the same thing here. Yeah, my dog doesn't act up at all. Would you admit that? Would you go on TV and say, yeah, my dog's kind of a douche? No, you wouldn't.
I did it on radio.
On Bab's show?
No, right here.
Oh, yeah. You kind of did.
I can understand their point of view. I mean, and it's kind of unfortunate, but you never know. Like, some people probably don't know how to control their animals.
The new signage goes on to say only service animals are permitted, but they cannot be inside shopping carts or baskets. Linda Dillman, a regular at Publix, tells me she's in favor of the no pet policy for sanitary reasons.
I agree. Whenever dogs are around, I'm just grossed out. I'm like, they got a lot of germs.
I don't know. Aren't like dogs or animals like cleaner than humans?
I mean, that's not saying much, Pharoh. When have you ever seen a clean human? We're gross. We talk about money, and all we want is money, money. Money's dirty. Everything's dirty, literally and figuratively.
Even the women.
Especially in Ybor.
I really believe they should crack down on it. Dogs don't belong in stores unless it's for, blind people or impaired people.
All right. I have this rule. Do you know what the rule on my show is? I've said this rule many times. Let me see if Pharoh pays attention to what I say. What is the rule on my show about news clips? Do you know what it is?
No, what is it?
If I'm bored, you're bored! So we're going to move on. Because I can sometimes feel like that a news clip's going on too long. And when you're interviewing a Karen about a dog, you might need to move on. These next rappers tried to move on and tried to make it big. They were called LEP Bogus Boys. They never really took off outside of Chicago. But I'll give them some love. Here is If Rap Don't Work, a song about what they would do if rap don't work, which what they ended up doing was cooking crack. And in a music video, they're cooking crack. And they said if rap don't work, like they were able to manifest it. It's all about the energy you put out. If they would have made a song that said, when rap does work, we'll be millionaires and we'll get out of the ghetto. But when you're making a song, you get the point.
Happy Hour.
Pharoh, guess what?
What's up?
Happy Hour will be right back.
Also, we're going to do a rap song real quick. When Happy Hour explodes, it's not back to the block. We'll be in our mansion, cooking up steaks. There we go. That's our version. Now it's your turn.
I don't even know this song. Let's hear it.
Let's go, man.
We ain't playing, boy. What you saying, boy? LEP, bogus boy. I got this one, Laro. Yeah. Rap don't work. Back to the project with some baking soda slaving over that powder. I still gotta make quota, so now I'm back to doing what I was doing before I even knew how to rap. What was that? Follow you round, find out where you hide it at. Okay, tell you off, turn around, make you bad. That's right. Matter of fact, tell whoever you plug with. They try to tax me, I get on some stick up shit. I say it's a goal to run in your crib, lay you on the floor, put the pole in your rib, like you know what this is, homie, open that safe. You either lower that quick or catch a hole in your face. See, around the way I'm known for doing home invasion. All types of grimy licks, nigga, you name it. About business, gotta get it, pimpin', I'm about money. It's what'll happen if this rapping shit don't work out for me.
Rap don't work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, nigga, cooking the rocks. We make it pop. I'm good with the pop, now what it do? We ready to rock.
I keep the paper on my mind. Stay on the grind. You never catch a hustler struggling, that's out of line. I'm steady flipping zippers, you flipping dimes. And I bet you ain't with a chopper, ain't precise it in mine.
still cock and squeeze. I ain't gon' talk about it. I treat this money like the fopper, never leave without it. Yeah, if you got it, and I'm feeling like I want it bad, I stick his ass up fast for that little cash. Give it up. You want it done right, better do it yourself. The more mix you hit it with, the quicker it melt. I'm in the telly with some baggies in the digital. County in the back mixing up the chemicals. Yeah, if rap don't work, a nigga still gotta eat. You wanna beef, big Ruger, keep a lot of heat. Yeah, even my baby mama keep it in the baby seat. Show money, blow money every other week.
Rap don't work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, nigga cooking the rocks. We make it pop, pop. I'm good with the pop. Now what it do? We ready to rock, rock.
If rap don't work, I ain't finna trip. I'ma take it to the block and chop another zip. Fat rat sitting back watching Dro tip. $100 bills busting out the money clip. Another hit, check the spins on the BDS. I'm a star and they ain't see me on the TV yet. Even if it's wet, I'ma make it flip. Rap don't work, it's back out of town taking trips.
There he is, come on. Hey Mooney, I see you got your buzz up, but if rapping don't work for you, what you gonna do?
Back to the block, baby.
There you have it.
Work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, nigga cooking the rocks. We make it pop, pop. I'm good with the pop. Now what it do? We ready to rock, rock.
Oh, yeah. If only the audience of Happy Hour, this massive audience that's only going to get bigger, if only you could hear what we talked about during commercial breaks. Ooh. Yo.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that bitches love brunch?
Bitches do love brunch.
Also, I usually wait till about 40 minutes in to talk about my dating life. Because I want to see if the girls I'm talking to, well, it's just a girl right now. I like to see if they're listening or not. Because if you do it in the first 5 minutes, then it's like everybody hears it. Yeah. First, I want to tell you that bitches love brunch.
Let me tell you what's up. Bitches love brunch.
Oh, they do.
It's what we do for fun.
This is also being brought to you by WestChasePrinting.com, RichKBarber.com, AmirAcademy.com, FitSageFitness.net. All right. I have date number 2 tonight at my apartment, Pharoh. Date number 2. The first date was sushi, dive bar. Afterwards, not sushi at the dive bar, and then chilling at my apartment watching cartoons for a few hours.
So can you tell us kind of like what you have planned for today? Like, is it a romantic dinner? Are you going to buy food? Are you going to cook? What's going on?
I threw out the idea. You know what it is? She's coming over to my apartment to watch cartoons.
It sounds like she wants to bang. B-A-N-G. Bang.
You know what's funny though? Like, I want to bang too because I like her, but
you know what? Hey, you need to pop out the wine bottle. The wine bottle is going to definitely soften off the vibes.
Where do you think I'm going after this?
Oh, okay.
Going to Winn-Dixie to get that bottle for $5.
Yes, sir. Actually, make sure you have 2 because you need to have the backup because the first one might be a little, you know what I'm saying? But once you pop the second one, it's over and a done deal. It's sent and secured.
This segment was brought to you by some dating advice from Pharoh. Pharoh.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
And now for something completely different.
Call Hoppe now.
Why?
856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
It's only been 40 minutes, bro. It feels like it's been forever and ever. 856-49-HOPPE.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
What the hell is going on with Nintendo? It says right here, Nintendo Games actor steps down from voicing Mario.
The man behind the voice of Nintendo's Mario is out of here. Charles Martinet has been the original voice for decades. For over 30 years, as far back as Super Mario 64, his voice was used as your favorite plumber. He told the story of how he got the job all those years ago from an audition to Game State's Grant Hines.
And I turned to the camera and I said, "Hello, it's me, Mario. Okie dokie, let's make a piece."
It's so weird. He's like this white guy with like white hair, and it's so weird seeing this like weird looking guy go, "It's me, Mario," because like it's very weird. It happened a lot in radio. Whenever you put the faces to the voice, and you're like, "Oh my god!" Especially some of the people here in Tampa. Ah!
Pizza pie together. You go get some sausage. I get some spaghetti. We put the spaghetti and the sausage in the pizza. Okay.
I feel like if you are playing the voice of Mario, you have to be a little weird. You know what I'm saying? 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
More on all this oppressive heat, the heat dome. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Roxana Saberi, who is in Chicago right now. And Roxana, I know that we talk about this all the time because the last time we were all together, you were in Central Park, New York, talking about the heat. Talk to us about what the conditions feel like where you are now.
Yeah, Errol, from one heat wave to the next. Well, here in Chicago, it is unusually hot. And
when it's hot in Chicago, it's really hot because it gets so cold during the winter that the Midwest people are like, "Oh my God." Like compared to Florida, it might not be that bad, but oh my God.
Humid for this time of year. My phone says it's around 91 degrees, but with the...
Of course, it would get warm out right when school gets back into session. That's what always happens, because I don't know if you can tell by my Midwest accent, but I'm from Chicago. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because I would never lie to you, that every single time school would get back into session is when it would get hot out. You would be in class and the sun would be out. Annoying.
Humidity, it could feel like around 110 degrees today. And the lows that we're expecting here in Chicago tonight, between in the 70s and the 80s, are typically the highs here. In the wider region, the National Weather Service says the highs could reach up to 20 degrees above average.
Only 20 degrees? Listen, I'm not trying to be a douchebag, but people in Chicago are never happy, like everybody with weather. People say it's too cold, it's too warm. It's like, be happy with something for once in your life. Can't we be happy? You know who I don't think is happy? Is Halle Berry and Olivier Martinez.
Halle Berry and Olivier Martinez are officially...
I love when I try to say names of people from other countries and it just comes out wrong.
Halle Berry and Olivier Martinez are officially closing their chapter together. According to court docs obtained by E! News, the couple has settled their divorce after an 8-year legal battle. The Oscar winner and the actor first split in 2015 after 2 years of marriage. They have one son, 9-year-old Maceo, who they will share legal and physical custody of, according to court docs. Halle will also pay a hefty sum in child support, $8,000 monthly, and will, quote, also pay an additional 4.3% of all income she receives above $2 million.
That's a lot of money. Man, I swear, it's crazy. The amount of money that some people have to pay for child support is utterly ridiculous.
You know, I just really don't understand what is the vibe with paying so much money. Like,
well, I'm gonna replay this for you because you were just having a very busy business call outside. Halle Berry has to pay child support.
What?
Maceo, who they will share legal and physical custody of, according to court docs. Halle will also pay a hefty sum in child support, $8,000 monthly, and will, quote, also pay an additional 4.3% of all income she receives above $2 million.
Someone didn't sign a prenup. She did not pull a Britney Spears. As dumb as Britney Spears is, Britney Spears kept that bag. Halle Berry, not so much. But then again, anybody who would think it's a good idea, what was that movie, Catwoman or whatever, that awful movie from 20 years ago? Anybody who would want to be in that movie is probably not the smartest person. It's probably not the brightest bulb.
I mean, she's got a lot of good movies. Catwoman, let's not attack it. It had some good parts.
It wasn't that bad. Everybody hated on it. It's just fun to make fun of.
Yeah. So listen, hey, speaking about Catwoman and kind of like DC stuff.
What's up?
Did you get the chance to watch Blue Beetle?
I don't partake in superhero movies unless it's a TV show. Daredevil, Luke Cage, or Jessica Jones back in the day. So tell me about it, because I don't even know what you're saying. You are literally speaking another language to me and to many people in the audience. I bet 50-50 know what you're talking about. So for the other 50 out there, explain.
No hablo movies. All right, so look. Blue Beetle just came out in the movie theater, and let me tell you, every Tuesday I go out there and I make sure that I rate each movie that I watch. This is something that me and my lady do each week. We go every Tuesday.
Is it bonding?
It's bonding, it's time spending, and I love watching movies. I want to see somebody else's creative mind or team's creative energy be put into work. So yesterday, today's Wednesday, yesterday we got the chance to go see Blue Beetle. And this is by DC. Everybody knows that DC has made very trash movies for the last, 10 years.
Forever, pretty much.
Even what Black Adam was bad. I mean,
I've never even heard of it.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
That you haven't watched them.
Oh, I'm missing out. Only, is DC like Batman?
DC's Batman.
I like Dark Knight. That's my type of movie.
So definitely DC and
Marvel's better though.
Marvel has been snapping on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
did you see the timeline? Did you at least watch the Mario movie?
The Mario movie?
Please.
The Super Mario Brothers movie? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Now, you scared me a little bit because you looked at me.
I watched it on Popcorn Time. I didn't go to the movie theater.
I don't know what that means.
It's an illegal website. I pirated
it.
Pirates.
Let's not speak on illegal activity except for stealing donuts from Walmart.
What are you talking about?
In the podcast. Allegedly. So listen, did you know that the Mario series is going to be kind of like Marvel? It's going to be a couple of movies put together, and it's going to have that end game type of environment, which is going to be the Smash Brothers?
Too much, man.
I'm so excited.
I know. You've talked about it for 2 minutes.
I'm so excited.
Dude, Logan Paul defended Prime Energy.
Again?
Uh-huh.
If Chuck Schumer really cared, he'd control caffeine content levels at the point of purchase, just like we do with alcohol.
That's Logan Paul on TMZ Live, suggesting Chuck Schumer take a chill pill and quit crapping on Logan's energy drink.
Chuck Schumer represents everything that's wrong with every politician. He's like, those millennials and their energy drinks, even though they're not really given a chance in the job market. Well, all the boomers did cocaine in the 80s and took all the money.
Listen,
scumbag.
The politicians are trying to control weed, trying to control alcohol, trying to control everything except what they need to control. Give us some Prime.
Logan Paul.
I love Logan Paul.
Internet sensation, WWE superstar, even better salesman. Because he joined TMZ Live and he dunked all over the haters of his Prime hydration and energy drink. He said, people are upset about the amount of caffeine in our Prime energy drink.
It was the same amount as any other drink. It was just because Logan Paul was behind it. I was expecting to feel like I was going to explode. It was the same as any other caffeine. I always feel like I'm going to explode. But when I was drinking Prime, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be crazy. It's amazing. It's my favorite drink. But it's not like, oh my God, this is so unsafe.
I think all the politicians are scared that that anybody whose brothers and they're blonde are going to pull a Island Boy scheme,
Island Boys.
The daily recommended dose of caffeine for adults is 400 milligrams. We have 200 milligrams.
But look at our competitors. They have either the same or more amount of caffeine.
And they have way more sugar.
And Logan used an age-old tactic that helps people learn stuff real good. Visual aids.
This is a 17x scale model of a Prime bottle. You would have to drink a Prime bottle this big to consume the same amount of sugar as in one 20-ounce bottle of Gatorade.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul is pretty cool. I don't know if I'd want him to date my daughter. Speaking of somebody that, I don't even know what that means.
First topic is Larkus is looking for a wedding venue. Obviously, we were at dinner the other night and paparazzi got us leaving a restaurant and asked us if there are wedding plans in the works.
Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan are setting the record straight on their relationship status. Yeah, after Larsa was spotted with a diamond band on that finger earlier last week while leaving a West Hollywood restaurant, the couple addressed the engagement rumors on the newest episode of their Separation Anxiety podcast.
What a weird name, too, Separation Anxiety. I wonder if they're like really good for each other. Like, what if they're like great for each other? I mean, I know that's weird as hell.
I mean, only time will tell. And by the way that they've been moving so healthy and they've been like, been able to hold this pressure about Michael, about Scotty.
She doesn't care. She's a sociopath.
No, you know what? She's just getting older and she wants a young man who's going to take care of her.
Lay the pipe.
And take her to Pound Town.
We're not engaged, but you did give me a promise ring.
Yeah, I definitely gave you a promise ring.
Homie, promise ring. What are you doing?
You did give me a promise ring.
Yeah, I definitely gave you a promise ring. That might end up on the show at some point. But yeah, I just felt like that, it's a tough question to answer. It's like, obviously it's something that we've been discussing a lot lately. Not necessarily putting a lot of emphasis or priority on where or when, but we've definitely been discussing locations and time of year.
Marcus also clarified that when he told the paparazzi that a wedding was in the works, it was all tongue-in-cheek.
I think I responded in a cheeky way.
It's a weird word to use. What are you in London? Cheeky.
No, he's British.
Told them that, we're looking for a location and that it's in the works.
Of course, his comment quickly went viral, so much so that the couple's family members started reaching out to congratulate them.
I had 100 calls and text messages and people
Cool, dude. You had 100 calls and text messages. Oh my God, but I have like the worst daddy issues ever. And I just love to hurt everyone around me, including my son, who's had teammates that have had sex with me, and a husband an ex-husband who can't believe that I'm banging his ex-teammate's son. But it is everybody else's fault. She seems like the worst type of sociopath. Like, she's probably fun to hook up with, bruh. She's nuts, dude.
Nobody minds a little MILF to, take care of you. Cause
it's fun to bang them, but don't marry it.
But let's be real. Yeah. What does Marcus really do? Like, what's his job? Like, if we go on Google right now and we were to search, what does Marcus Jordan do?
What does Marcus Jordan do for, it's the first thing that shows up, for a living? He is an American basketball player who has a net worth of $2 million. So pretty much his dad just gave him $2 million. He graduated in 2013 in the field of hospitality management.
Let's be real. Like, what team does he play for? I mean, I know he used to play basketball, and he was very good at it. But to keep a woman like Larsa, $2 million is not enough. Let's just throw the bag out. I mean, the cat out the bag. Let's put the cat out the bag. No way in hell does $2 million suffice a woman like Larsa.
Nope.
Because if Scotty's money didn't make her happy, $2 million was not going to make her happy.
Yeah. You know what will make me happy? There was a rapper from back in the day in Chicago named Soundmaster T, and he's got the song Do It Like My Birthday. And I think because my birthday is 10 days away, we should do it.
Do it like my birthday. 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 Every day, do it like my birthday. Do it like my Sagittarius birthday November 27. Do it like that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing now. So the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Sagittarius birthday November 27. Do it like that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing now. So the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Pull an all white phantom out. I'ma kill him with the pants and the shirt and the shoes and the hat with the shades and the chain and the watch is the reason I be standing now. Wear ice and spin that cake while I lick the icing off the cake. It's Twister B-Day, y'all. Come on, everybody, put your voice celebrate with me. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. All day. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Birthday, baby, yo, yes, I'm the hound dog. And them are some troublemakers, don't have them around, y'all. Whenever we in the club, we so love to all the haters. Shining hot with my shit like a spike like a gladiator. Oh, yes, I'm the gladiator. I'm master and gator. Twister and dude now, I'm ready to regulator. We the birds in the streets, player, don't watch me, better watch my feet. To the tragic doll under her umbrella. Ella, ayy, I'm an Ella. When I get done, she gon' bring me my cheddar. This just the beginning.
mug, yeah, fly in the mud. Do it like my birthday, do it like my birthday, do it.
It's going down,
like my birthday, every day. Do it like my birthday, do it.
Let's get it. Just get my nails did, just get my hair done. Just got this bad new Gucci bag matching Gucci pumps. Shoes matching the belt, skirt matching the blouse, chain matching the ring. Yeah, I'm doing my thing. Got so many haters, why is so many hating? Sick like a mental patient, I floss like a dentist patient. This shit testing my patience, sick and working my nerves. I'm getting spending that money like the first and the third.
Laying on gay skin, blowing cushion the wind, just like. Hey, yeah, popping no tags and visas, busting the sag. I'm with it when I'm going hard to get a gone mad chop. Models all around me, so I'm buying up the bar. I'm a hood star and I'm partying like a rock star. Only at my pick game, meaning you can't upgrade me, mommy. I'm the guap green king, like do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it, I do it like my birthday. Every day, I do it like my birthday. Do it, I do it, I do it like my birthday. You did, that's what we say around here. Coked out, bling with the fresh gear. Keep it cock, snake skin, buck 50 hat, candy painted, old school, rolling around on 4 flats. Hit the liquor store, mix the Remy with the dro, rolling on the 94, looking for them sexy. Oh, I'm ballin' with Kelly 'cause I'm a flirt. Talking VIP with Don Juan down the street.
Hey, look, I do it like my birthday. I do it like it hurts. Hey, watching these bad just do it in the worst way. I'm a winner, mama. I am in the first place. Catch me on the dance floor throwing up my birthplace. I'm an animal. I woke up on a Monday and subsequently I ain't go to sleep till it was Thursday. Just a shot of Patron and blow a birthday. Get up with a bitch, you can take her home on the first day. Burger King, mama, you can have it your way, or I can bring another bitch and y'all can do it her way. Hotel room, do not disturb way. That's how I'ma do it when I do it like my birthday.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We are going to do it like my birthday. September 1st, downtown St. Pete. First Friday. Saturday, 1701. DJ Corrupted, Pharoh and me in the building. Sunday. I don't even know if I'm ready. I'm getting, in a positive way, anxious because it's just going to be so much fun. Pharoh, tell us about the Pharoh and Friends and Hoppe's Dirty 30 pool party.
Listen, we're about...
How far are we on?
I think, what was it, like 10 days? We're about 10 days away.
Yes,
and next Sunday, Labor Day weekend, we're taking Tampa Bay on a ride. You know, Ryan, you're telling us that you're anxious. I'm anxious. I'm anxious because, you know, it's a lot of playing parts in this event. And
you're putting in a lot of effort. You're doing all the work. I'm just over here promoting it. You're like doing meetings and that.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of meetings. I'm definitely, you know, trying to coordinate this event. The success of the event is kind of like my primary goal. I love to see that place packed up. I like to see girls twerking. I like to see my homies popping bottles, jumping in the pool. I want this to be a party where people go back to the roots of how parties were when it was a good time and everybody was actually
like live our teenage years from 15 years ago.
Yeah, you know, but in a better way because now we have beach balls. We actually just got a snow cone dude.
That's the best news I ever heard.
Yeah, so we got a snow cone vendor. We have a food vendor that's you know, gonna be selling grilled chicken with I don't even know the name. You know, it's Asian. I think it's Pop Thai. I don't know, something like that.
It's gonna be good.
But I just want everybody to come out and have a good time and hang out with me and Ryan, and you know, just check out Tampa.
All right. If you want to know what it's gonna sound like, I'm getting more anxious by the minute about it in like a good way, like an exciting, like. I think it's also because I'm turning 30. I don't really think it has anything to do with the pool. I don't know if it's such the pool party or that I'm turning 30, but that means we're going into a new era.
New era.
I'm returning to the radio. You're joining with me. I had a business meeting today. I'm working on us being heard other places. You're going to do some things for me. We're on the come up.
Yo, listen, I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of how
it happened fast.
how big the show has gotten. Just seeing 2,000 listeners is an accomplishment. And there's so much hidden stuff that we haven't even told the audience. That we're just excited of where Hoppe Radio is going.
We're gonna always appreciate the 2,000 people before it becomes 200, and then 200,000, and then 2 million. Like the 2,000 people that were there. If you're listening right now, we love you and we appreciate you. Because a bunch of haters and everybody that's ran their mouth. Very soon, it's gonna be Hoppe season, and it's right around the corner because it's my birthday. That's what I'm talking about, not the fact that I'm taking over radio.
Happy Hour.